wildest place on Earth, or a continent buried beneath kilometers of ice, and no cities, and no forests, and no signs of civilization. At least, that's what humanity once believed. 4 centuries. Antarctica was seen as a dead world, a frozen wasteland at the edge of human civilization. But the more scientists explored it, the more impossible discoveries began to emerge. And eventually, a terrifying question appeared. What if Antarctica was once home to an ancient civilization that vanished from history? Today, almost the entire continent is covered in ice. Temperatures can fall below -80 degrees Celsius. Blizzards are powerful enough to erase all traces of life within hours. No one imagined this place could ever have supported life, until scientists discovered the first evidence. On Seymour Island in Antarctica, archaeologists from the Argentine Antarctic Research Institute discovered fossilized turtle shell fragments at La Meseta Mountain. The fossils were estimated to be around 45 million years old. According to Marcelo S. de la Fuente, they may belong to 2 different turtle species that lived during the Eocene period. This discovery was extremely important, because turtles thrive only in warm climates, which means 45 million years ago, Antarctica was not frozen. During the Eocene era, Antarctica had a temperate climate. There were forests, rivers, and even tropical rainforests. A world completely different from the frozen continent we know today. Dr. Marcelo explained, the diversity of vertebrate animals such as turtles shows that Antarctica was once much warmer than it is today. And that changed everything. Because if Antarctica was once green, then another question emerges. Could it also have supported civilization? The mystery became even more disturbing after the discovery of an ancient map. In 1929, Halil Edhem, director of the National Museum of Turkey, discovered a map drawn on gazelle skin inside an old Byzantine library in Istanbul. Its creator was Piri Reis, an Ottoman admiral from the early 16th century. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary naval map, but after closer examination, researchers realized something impossible. The map accurately depicted the western coast of Africa, South America, and most shockingly, the northern coastline of Antarctica. The terrifying detail was this: Queen Maud Land appeared completely ice-free. Instead, the map showed mountains, rock formations, and clear coastlines. Today, that entire region lies buried beneath more than 6 kilometers of ice. How was that possible? Antarctica was not officially discovered until 1820 by Mikhail Lazarev, more than 300 years after the Piri Reis map was created. So how could a man living in the 1500s know the true shape of Antarctica? The mystery deepened further. Piri Reis wrote notes along the edges of the map claiming he did not create everything himself. He said he copied information from much older sources. Some came from his own time. Others dated back to the 4th century BC. And some were allegedly from the era of Alexander the Great. That led to a controversial theory. What if an ancient civilization once possessed geographical knowledge far beyond its time? In 1949, a British-Swedish expedition conducted seismic surveys beneath the ice of Queen Maud Land. The results shocked researchers. The real terrain beneath the ice matched the Piri Reis map with astonishing accuracy, which suggested the region may have been mapped before it was covered in ice. In the 1979 book Maps of the Ancient Sea King Star, Charles Hapgood proposed that the Piri Reis map may have been copied from even older maps, possibly from the Minoans or the Phoenicians, ancient civilizations famous for their navigation skills. But Hapgood went even further. He suggested that before any known ancient civilization, there may have existed a highly advanced prehistoric civilization, a civilization with knowledge of astronomy, navigation, geography, and advanced cartography. Some theories claim this civilization once lived in Antarctica when the continent was still warm. Then a catastrophe occurred: global climate change, a massive flood, a pole shift, or the beginning of an ice age, and the entire continent froze. Its cities vanished beneath the ice. Its civilization disappeared from human history. That is also when many people began connecting Antarctica to the legend of Atlantis. According to ancient legends, Atlantis was an incredibly advanced empire, a civilization possessing knowledge far beyond its time. But then, Atlantis vanished after a catastrophic disaster. For centuries, people believed Atlantis lay beneath the Atlantic Ocean. But today, another theory has emerged. What if Atlantis was actually Antarctica? In recent years, modern ice-penetrating radar systems have continued discovering strange formations beneath Antarctica. Massive canyons, ancient underground lakes, and unusually symmetrical structures. Some satellite images even show mountains resembling pyramids. Some scientists say these are simply natural geological formations. Others believe they may be remnants of ancient structures. William James Veal, an independent British researcher, claims he discovered mysterious carvings at Cape Adare using satellite imagery. Shapes resembling human faces, animals, ancient symbols. Veal believes they may be traces of a lost civilization thousands of years old. He even suggested that the ancient Sumerians may have reached Antarctica around 6,000 years ago. Across the internet, many theories speak of enormous structures hidden deep beneath the ice. Long corridors, buried buildings, and even gigantic statues standing dozens of meters tall. However, to this day, there is no official scientific evidence confirming the discovery of ancient cities or giant statues beneath Antarctica. Most images circulating online remain unverified. But it is precisely that uncertainty that makes Antarctica one of the most haunting places on Earth. Perhaps all of this is only coincidence. Perhaps the structures are simply natural mountains and rock formations. Perhaps Atlantis never existed. But perhaps, beneath kilometers of Antarctic ice, there are still traces of a civilization history has forgotten. An ancient world sleeping beneath the frozen continent.